What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hi there. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, a fancy clown, and this is the Wake and Bake Show, your daily interactive Philly sports vocabulary, motivational, and philosophy gaming show. And I'm happy to be here. Actually, let me tell you, I want to be a little candid. Today was a day that I was not ready for. This weekend was a weekend that was very difficult for me. It seems like everything that I tried to do this weekend, I pretty much failed at. But let's get into that later. Let's play the song now. We on a 46. I just lost my spot because I dropped my remote. Bam. I love this song.
You always say, Mr. Faulty, but I learn. What? I learn. No, no, no. I get better.
No, you don't understand.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do understand that.
You know nothing.
A lot of shit to get off my chest. Started drinking and I quit all the rest. I'm finna OD, need to get off the lust. Don't need a pie, just a bit off the crust. This year met a lot of people I don't respect. Is forgiveness enough? Never had patience and I never had trust. I'm on my business and such. I hate myself like Future. I'm a fake like I used to. Most times feel like doo-doo. And I don't know what it's due to. 10-year relationships and the like snap. Can't ride, no gas money, no map. Can't think, I'll just take another nap. The ones that I need gon' want me back. Met the devil last night, told me to relax. Know I live a fast life, but my seat back. Coming up on something nearly drive me mad. Coming up on something nearly drive me mad. A lot of shit to get off my chest. Started drinking and I quit all the rest. I'm finna OD, need to get off the lust. Don't need a pie, just a bit off the crust. This year met a lot of people I don't respect. Is forgiveness enough? Never had patience and I never had trust. I'm on my business and such. I was a little drunk when I spit this, and I'm getting high too trying to hit this. I gotta handle my business. Nigga gotta be cold like Christmas. Gotta wave bye to the well wishes. Gotta shake hands with the let's get this. Back on the dumb shit, Lloyd Christmas. Gotta operate more or less visits. A lot of shit to get off my chest. Started drinking and I quit all the rest. I'm finna OD, need to get off the lust. Don't need a pie, just a bit off the crust. This year met a lot of people I don't respect. Is forgiveness enough? Never had patience and I never had trust. I'm on my business and such.
So we've got to try and attract a better class of person.
Why? Well, but losing
Riff raff.
tone. You're making money.
Yes.
Just.
Yes, but now we can try and build up a higher class of clientele. Turn away some of that riffraff.
I love that song.
We
I love that song. That was like a really dark time in life. That was like 2018, I think, or early 18, late 17. And I mean, yeah, I was just struggling with a lot. I was dealing with a lot. I was newly single. I was trying to get out on these streets and live a newly single life. So I was moving too fast. I was trying to get too much done. And yeah, I could feel it. I could feel the toll of it all. Today, it's Monday. It's Monday. So I did not sleep last night. The Eagles caught a dub from the Dolphins. How many people did you think actually believed that that was going to happen? I know I was one of them. But the Eagles caught a dub last night off the Dolphins. That shit was spectacular. We actually dominated those boys on all three phases, four phases, coaching, right? But what also is most noteworthy is the fact that if we didn't give those boys the ball twice, they would not have scored. You hear me? Do you hear me? If we didn't give those boys the balls twice, imagine the actual dominance that would have ensued. It would have been 31-3 or something like that. Not to say that, I truly believe that that's how it was supposed to play out. Nah. Just more so to say how close we were to blanking them. You know what I mean? How close we were to really, truly, completely shutting them down. So shout out to the man Desai on that. Shout out to the Eagles. Shout out to the coaching staff. Shout out to Jalen. Two more turnovers. So my man's definitely not making an MVP. And they're going to be talking all week about how he's not actually a top 5 or top 10 quarterback. It's just the O-line makes him look super good and whatever. Who cares? We got a dominant team. That's what's most important. I was stressed out all weekend because the Phillies lost 2 games in Arizona, and I didn't expect them to lose any. I expected them to sweep And when they didn't sweep, I was like, that's cool. We could lose one. We lost one in a close game. You know, it is what it is. They got a hit last minute type ish. So we didn't get a hit last minute to combat their hit last minute. Whatever. The next game, we looked ugly. We got shut down. We got dominated. So I was really hurt, and I was like, how could this be? And this shouldn't be this close. And I was like, bro, if they take another game from us, bro, momentum is completely in their favor, and I could completely understand if we just lose this whole thing. So that didn't happen. We actually took that third game, so I was able to get a little bit more hope out of the weekend. But ultimately, man, I just had a really frustrating weekend. I tried to record the podcast with the homie. That didn't work out. We didn't get anything done. We basically didn't even have a successful sound check. Like, literally, whatever we did at that time last night to try to record, nothing got done. Like, we got to start everything over again. Is there a positive in it? Probably, yeah, but I'm not really thinking about it right now because I'm too biased. And I'm too fucking, whatever. So let's get into the word of the day, guys. So let me tell you what happened. This morning, my local tobacco shop did not open. They usually open at 9 o'clock. So if I run out of tobacco throughout the night, I can kind of just, move my way around, maneuver. I usually have some extra sitting somewhere or whatever just to get through the night. But when you wake up in the morning, got to go straight to the spot. And considering I got a 10 o'clock show here to run, I got to get there and get back quick. You can't have a wake and bake without the bake. So I went to the shop not open. Bam. All right, cool. I buy a very specific brand, right? And there's 2 places around here that sell that brand. One of them charges a little more for it. So I went to my cheaper place first. They wasn't open. I was mad. I was frustrated, like I said. But rather than complain about it, I was like, let's move on to the other spot. So I go to the other spot. Get ready to pay extra couple dollars. They ain't open either. So now I'm really mad. And I'm like, okay, I'll have 2 choices. I can either start the show late. I can say, forget the show, because I'm frustrated. Or I could just say, pay twice as much for an inferior quality product. Well, I'm here and I'm smoking, so you can guess what I did. So, after paying twice as much for the inferior quality product, I finally get back to the crib to set up for the stream, and I only have like fucking 8 minutes or something crazy like that. So I was just sitting here like just mad, like, dude, why does everything gotta be so hard? Why does the whole world gotta be against me? Why is everybody mad at me? Why is everything whatever? So I was just complaining. I was really, really whining, like really whining. I had to stop and pray, man. It was crazy. So now I'm all prayed up and stuff. I got a couple of things I done reminded myself to be grateful for. My heart is a little bit more mellowed down or whatever. So that's kind of cool. And with that said, I showed y'all I told y'all my little morning or whatever. That is why I came up with this word of the day. Shout out to Practice Needed, who I was talking to on the phone. He said, you should do impromptu because it sounds like your whole day is just going left. And I was like, hell no, I don't want to do that. I know that word already. I don't want to do a word I already know, and I don't want to do a word everybody else already knows. So he was like, hey man, damn, I'm just saying, like, I feel like that word would be fitting for what you're dealing with right now. So I went and looked it up. I went and looked up impromptu, and then I found a couple of different similars. I don't like really synonyms because nothing is truly the same. But I found a couple of different similars. And the first similar that I found, I was like, bro, first off, I don't even use impromptu. I say improv, right? I say improvise. But he was like, so I went and found a couple of different things. The first one I found was extemporaneous. And I was like, ooh, extemporaneous, that's a $10 word. But I don't really like replacing easier, shorter words with longer, bigger words. That makes no sense to me. Honestly, it's kind of pretentious. Like, if you ask me, that's got a lot to do with why I started like making the word of the day a lot like smaller and easier to say and a little bit more pithy. Because I don't feel like it should have to be more work. I don't feel like we're not trying to just say big words to look cool here. No, we're trying to find easier ways to express ourselves more clearly, right? So I found ad hoc. And I was like, you know, I've seen ad hoc used. I've read ad hoc a couple times, but I don't really know what it means 100%. And I didn't know it meant impromptu, so I read it. I was like, shit, it doesn't mean impromptu. It actually means something that I didn't have a word for in my vocabulary. So ad hoc, if you guys haven't seen it,
Ad hoc.
based on the AD space HOC thing, it's probably Latin, I think. Let's see. Do they have an origin? Did you know? Yeah, see? In Latin, ad hoc literally means for this. Perfect. That's awesome. Let me read the definition now. So it's an adjective, as you see. Oh, no. It's an adverb. Damn. I don't even really know what an adverb is sometimes. Sometimes I don't. For the particular end or case at hand without consideration of wider application. So that's something that is made specifically for this one thing. And nobody is putting any thought to what it could possibly be used for outside of this one moment and this one circumstance, right? That is the adverb definition. Now let's go to the adjective definition, which I assume is going to be similar. Concerned with a particular end or purpose. So yeah, they pretty much positively kind of described what was just negatively described in the adverb definition. B, formed or used for specific or immediate problems or needs. That's dope, because it's like, yo, yeah, man, I just threw together this belt rope chain ad hoc because, you know, I wanted to hang something up. I don't know, whatever. Or yo, Kyrie, he just did that all ad hoc, bro. He ain't like that little move he just did, bro. He probably never do that shit again. You know what I mean? Like ad hoc. So I like it because I don't actually have a word for this, and I know for a fact that there's been times where I try to describe this without actually having a way to describe it. Damn, that just reminded me of something that somebody said that Mark Twain said, but I don't think he said it. So yeah, ad hoc. Anyways, I already did the whole sports thing or whatever. Let's see if they got a different one here. What is that? Nah, I don't want to go that far. Let's see what we got on these X notes. These X notes. Oh, I love this video. So I watched this video about 3 times. I don't know if anybody else out there. It says I got a couple lurkers in here. What up, lurkers? I watched this video about 3 times, and I honestly still don't know how to feel about it. So if anybody feels like weighing in, I deeply appreciate it, because I personally could use the insight.
Could you ever cheat on me?
All right, this is...
Absolutely.
Y'all get it. Y'all see what's going on.
Could you ever cheat on me?
Absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions like
I feel like she's not loud
talking to
enough.
guys one-on-one or hanging out in like compromising situations. Because I'm a human being, you're a human being, and I'm sorry, babe. I don't know if this is hard for you to hear, but everybody is absolutely capable of infidelity in the right/wrong circumstances.
Oh, okay.
That's why boundaries are so important. You're never going to see me in a situation, even
Damn, I
if
wish I
people think
could
I
make
might
this
be too
louder.
strict. I don't care, because I'm not taking that chance.
Amen.
I'm not putting myself in a position to even be close to a position to potentially fall to temptation. I'm going to keep it 100 because anyone is capable of cheating, but I will not be cheating on you.
Excellent. I love that.
I love you.
Could you
She got
ever
real
cheat on
serious
me?
too.
Could you
I wish I
ever
could slow it
cheat on
down
me?
too.
Absolutely. That's
Oh,
why I don't make dumb decisions like talking to guys one-on-one
No, that's too slow.
or hanging out in like compromising situations.
Damn, I wish I could turn this up. I hope y'all could hear this.
Could you ever cheat on me?
Absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions like talking to guys one-on-one or hanging out in like compromising situations. 'Cause I'm a human being, you're a human being, and I'm sorry, babe. I don't know if this is hard for you to hear, but everybody is absolutely capable of infidelity in the right/wrong circumstances.
Oh, okay.
That's why boundaries are so important. You're never going to see me in a situation, even if people think I might be too strict. I don't care, because I'm not taking that chance. I'm
Amen.
not putting myself in a position to even be close to a
To that
position
position.
to potentially fall to
Fall to
temptation.
temptation.
I'm going to keep it 100 because anyone is capable of cheating, but I will not be cheating on you.
Excellent. I love that.
I love you.
Could
She
you
said,
ever
anyone
cheat on
is
me?
capable of cheating, and I will not be cheating on you. What up, Ish? Happy Monday. All right, so you feel that way, right? Look at what Unc said. Unc says she sounds smart to a dumb nigga. And so I'm guessing Unc is speaking to his crowd. So let's see what his crowd's response is.
In the right
No,
slash wrong.
stop. Let's see what his crowd's response is. If I ask you that question and you say anything but no, chalk it up. All I heard was, if I was by myself with a man I find attractive, I'm a cheat. Many failed before, well, you know, that's different. A real chick not gonna fold in any situation. Talking about some temptation. When she said anything but no. Ish, you haven't found one person. We have not found one person to agree with you. As soon as she said yes, I would have left right there. She was weaving like a champion. He said she was dodging a question. I think that she just explained the real. I know, man. I know. And see, when I heard it too, I was like, I agree with all of that, 100%. Because what it do come down to is what she said. Like, we can all fall to temptation. Nobody is above temptation. And I guess it just ain't nice to hear it, you know? And that's why she apologized. She's like, look, I'm sorry. And I know you don't want to hear it, but that's why I'm responsible. That's why we make decisions that keep us out of those situations. She said, yeah. You didn't hear her say yeah? That was the first thing she said. This one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He said, would you cheat on me?
Could you ever cheat on me?
He said, could.
Absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions like talking to guys one-on-one or hanging out in like compromising situations, because I'm a human being, you're a human being, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, so she said absolutely. She didn't even just say yes. She said absolutely. Man, I've been smoking a lot. Coffee time. So, on the one hand, I think I liked it because it is truth. And I feel like I agree with everything she said. And I know that I am not above temptation. But also, if I was a husband, maybe, if I was her husband, it probably would hurt a little bit to hear. It probably would hurt to hear somebody say, no, it could happen, you know, or like, you know, as a romantic, we all want to believe, nah, babe, I would never, ain't nobody ever taking my eyes off of you. I can't be, you know what I mean? I can't be dissuaded. I can't be distracted. I can't, you know, all of that. Nobody would ever take me off my square. I would never risk what we have. There's a bunch of different ways of saying it, and I want to believe all those things are true. But not only that, I want to believe that whoever loves me feels the same way. And so if she would have said absolutely to me, I probably would have been hurt. I probably would have thought to myself, dang, but I thought I was special. You know what I'm saying? So that was like, I guess, my fool thought of it all, which is, I absolutely agree with everything she said, and the realness is dope. The realness is very dope and respectable. And if somebody asked me that question and I wanted to be honest to them, I couldn't say it no better than how she said it. So I give her so much respect. But it also still hurts, the idea that the woman that I love could be like, yeah, ain't nothing keeping me away from cheating on you except for my own responsible decisions and our routines that we put in place. You know what I mean? That's super realistic, but dang if it don't hurt. What up, planet? Happy belated once again. It's funny, every time I talk into this mic, I feel like I'm doing like ad-libs. Cheer. I got you, Planet.
Could you ever cheat on me?
Absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions like talking to guys one-on-one or hanging out in like compromising situations, because I'm a human being, you're a human being, and I'm sorry, babe, I don't know if this is hard for you to hear, but everybody is absolutely capable of infidelity in the right/wrong circumstances.
Oh, okay.
That's why boundaries are so important. You're never going to see me in a situation, even if people think
I got
might
you,
be too
Ish. I'm about to
strict,
read
I don't care,
after
'cause I'm
playback.
not taking that chance.
Amen.
I'm not putting myself for you
Damn it.
to hear, but everybody is absolutely capable of infidelity in the right/wrong circumstances.
Oh, okay.
That's why boundaries are so important. You're never going to see me in a situation, even if people think I might be too strict, I don't care, because I'm not taking that chance.
Amen.
I'm not putting myself in a position to even be close to a position to potentially fall to temptation. I'm going to keep it 100 because anyone is capable of cheating, but I will not be cheating on you.
Excellent. I love that.
I love you.
So yeah, Mark, he says, could you cheat on me? And she says, absolutely. That's why I don't make dumb decisions. That's why I don't put myself in a position. Because anybody could fall to the temptation. And when she said that, homie that posted it, Unc, said she sounds smart to a dumb nigga. And then the rest of the comments. Unc also said, if I ask you that question and you say anything but no, chalk it up. All I heard was, if I was by myself and I find a man attractive, I'ma cheat. A real chick not gonna fold in any situation talking about some temptation, right? So yeah, you respect it. Ish, you respect it. But apparently the streets don't respect it. The streets do not respect it. Not to, I mean, you know, not to say I'm siding with the streets, but the majority. All right, let me read it. I'm sorry. I got you. I think people often focuses more on their own strength than acknowledging their weaknesses. And that's why many fall victim. But this young lady actually presented the facts. And knowing that she's liable to fall, as we all are, and stated that. Unc is a typical egotistic individual. The streets are for the streets. Straight up. Well said, Ish. Said I respect that, but at the same time, just don't. I mean, just don't is easy to say, right? But first off, I'm not asking my girl this question, probably. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to talk about it, but I don't think we just going to be on vacation. I'm going to look at her and be like, babe, could you cheat on me? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. But let's say I did, though. Let's say I did. Would I want to hear this answer? Yeah, I would want to hear this answer. I would definitely want to hear the facts, the real, the truth. I wouldn't want her to sit there and tell me, no, never, not in a million years. And really in the back of her mind has some nigga, right? Some dude at work that she know, as she's saying, no, never. In the back of her mind, she thinking, shit, probably not unless it was him. Or I came close that one time. You know what I mean? Like, I want the truth, bro, no matter how much the truth hurts. So if that's the truth, that's what I want. On top of that, there's wisdom in her truth too. Like the way she said it, like there was wisdom in that. So it's not even just the truth. It's not just revealing what her heart is. It's also showing me like, oh, okay, this is some tools that we could use. These are some weapons that we could fight with. If my wife's first words are yes, I'd definitely be hurt. That's what I mean, bro. I would be hurt. But at the same time, I would probably want that though. Like, you know, and I guess retrospect or whatever, or like all things considered, bigger picture, yeah, I would probably want the truth. I would probably want the truth. But yeah, bro, I scrolled down for a while and didn't see anybody to be like, she's killing it. She yapped that nigga into submission. My son talking about amen. Twin in for a world of pain. I bet you this person's white. She ain't even just say yes. She said absolutely. He's cooked. People don't have self-control if they can't be alone with the opposite sex. Absolutely. She said absolutely while holding their baby. Yeah, so nobody's agreeing. That's crazy. The truth hurts, but you can work with the truth. Is that you up for what to do moving forward? Oh, it sets you up for what to do moving forward as well as what to do not to do. Yeah, I mean, on some real stuff, the best thing I think honesty is the best policy, and I feel like if I'm close to something that I think I'm going to mess up, I think if this really the person that I love, I think I need to step to them and be like, yo, this is where that support system need to kick in. This is where I need my hand held. This is where I need to be. I need you to help me hold myself accountable type of situation. But I don't know if everybody else is that open to being vulnerable and trying to communicate or be honest. Like I personally, I forget where I heard it from, but somebody said communication is the lifeblood of a relationship. When the blood stops flowing, the relationship dies. I don't remember where I got that from, but I've been saying it for over 10 years now. So I truly feel like that honesty, it would have hurt, but shoot, I'll take that over the alternative. I have to say, I will take that over the alternative. Um, so last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure. I did like a financial thing where I was trying to figure out. Okay, the first thing I did was I had read an article saying that this is how people are earning $1 million in 2023. Like self-made millionaires are becoming self-made millionaires doing these three things. And basically, to sum that up, it is taking people about 28 years on average to earn $1 million by one, working hard at a pretty well-paying job for 28 years. Two, having good, safe investments, right? Whether indexes, 401k or indices, 401ks, Roth IRAs, whatever have you. And three, living below their means. So not spending the $200 that every other American seems to spend on restaurants and going out and stuff like that. Things that they don't really need, right? Luxuries. So by avoiding going out, spending bread, by working at a place for 28 years, and by investing in something safe and sound, you will hit $1 million after 28 years, right? So I read this. For sure, truth is powerful information. I just know how to move at that point. Heavy. I like that analogy. Yeah. So, you know what, Planet? So here's the thing. I completely agree with you, but I'm afraid for myself because although I'm single right now, I can do whatever I want. But I know that I could put myself in certain situations where I would be like untrustworthy. You know what I mean? Even to myself. And I mean, I might like it. I might be looking for that at the particular time. But, that's why like it would be important for me personally to have to be like certain stuff I just stay away from. If I was in a, that type of situation. But if I was in a relationship, there's certain things I just wouldn't be around. Like there's certain things I just would have to just try to stay away from with all of my might. I mean, don't get me wrong. That don't make me strong and that doesn't make me good. What it is I'm aware enough of my own weakness to know that like once I pass a certain line, I'm going to just keep going. So I don't even play with the line. I keep the line far away from me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so back to the money. So if you do those three things, you'll save $1 million. You'll become a millionaire over the course of 28 years, right? So then a couple of days later, I found a inflation calculator because I was like, wait a minute. In 28 years, $1 million won't be worth exactly $1 million anymore because of the way inflation works, right? It's like general rule of thumb, 1% a year, even though it does vary. So I went and found an inflation calculator and found out that it takes about 18 years. I think it's 18. I want to say 18, but if it's not 18, it's 28. I promise you. It's either 18 or 28. It'd take 18 years for $1 million to lose half its value, right? You tracking with me? So if it takes you 28 years to earn the million, but it takes 18 years for the million to lose half its value, I was like, wait, so $1 million ain't even worth what it used to be. So then I did another calculator and figured out that in 1990, what was $1 million is now about 400,000 or something like that. So every house that $1 million could buy you in 1990, that same $1 million can only buy you a third of that house now, 33 years later. So a third of that house. So if you out here working, earning to earn $1 million, once you get to that milli, you won't be a millionaire no more because every house is gonna cost $1 million. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. So I tried to explain this to you guys, and I didn't do a very good job of it. But what I did do was I was able to, I think this is it. Yeah, I was able to kind of introduce this thing because I found this morning, which is like the third step or the third chapter to what it is that I was just trying to explain or describe, which is the value of money. What is the value of money anyways? I also, by the way, I did that one, John, last week, I think it was last week, where I show how much $1 million goes in each state. We found out Hawaii was the most expensive state to live in. And we found out that the cheapest states was like Alabama, Kansas, Idaho, and stuff like that. And we found out that Pennsylvania was around Arizona and Georgia, somewhere around there. Georgia was cheaper though. So it was right in the middle, around like 22, I believe, right in the middle. And they said that $1 million was stretched 19 years in Philadelphia. Meanwhile, the longest was, I think, Kansas with like 23 years, and the shortest was Hawaii with like 10 years. Because that's what investment is about. You retire, you get to a point in your life where you can't work anymore, so you have saved and you have invested for that moment. Then you retire. This is ideal, right? This is American dream stuff. You retire, and so now you got to see how long that savings will last you. So that's why they're applying it like that. Like, okay, so what state you gonna retire in? That's how I applied it. So anyway, to this article. Here's what wealthy means in 2023 America in 5 numbers. I'm not going to read this all verbatim, but I am going to read the key points. 5 numbers. Let's see what these 5 numbers are. Let me continue. All right, 2.6 million. The lofty sum represents the net worth of a median American family in the upper 10% of income. A range that most of us could deem wealthy. The figure comes from a federal survey of consumer finances. Generally speaking, we might consider the top 10% of households by income as wealthy. So basically, yeah, you gotta be in there to be in the top 10% of American households. Cool, whatever. I don't really care about the top 10%. Never thought about it like that. Household wealth swelled at a record price between 2019 and 2022. The government handed out an unprecedented series of stimulus checks. Lockdowns kept Americans at home and encouraged saving. Stock and home values surged. But inflation and rising interest rates have slowed the celebration. The market was down last year, and it still has not recovered from the peaks of late 2021. So there's that, said whatever. Senior retirement advisor, whatever. Okay. I didn't even want to read that. Okay, 483,000. This is how much Americans believe they would need to earn in a year to be rich. 483. I used to think it was 100 when I was coming out of high school. I used to think it was 100. According to an online survey, 2,521 adults conducted for Bankrate by YouGov in June 5th through 7th of 2023. Sound daunting? The number is more than 6 times the $75,000 in average salary earned by full-time workers in 2021. So this is the average salary, $75,000, and 483,000 is what people think it takes to be rich. That's what people consider rich. Okay. In the Bankrate survey, 72% of Americans said they feel financially insecure. That's why it matters. Because people feel financially insecure, especially in this whole Instagram, social media, whatever. Everybody's, wearing jewelry and buying cars and such, at least when I log on. It's easy to think, oh, well, I'm not getting it if I'm not getting it like that. I don't know. It's unhealthy if you ask me. Next number, 2.2 million. That's how much net worth an American needs to be considered wealthy in 2023, according to Charles Schwab. Screw that guy. I don't care about his opinions. The survey, which polled more than 1,000 adults in March, it's an annual survey. You might expect the figure to rise a little bit every year along with inflation, but you would be wrong. Back in 2020, survey takers, this is where opened, I guess that means like they opinioned that Americans needed 2.6 million to be wealthy. Surveys like this are interesting because they are asking opinions and they're about emotions. I think the story to us is more what it feels to be wealthy. Yeah, that's insecurity. Well, the lack of wealth, I would imagine, is insecurity for many. And I would imagine that if somebody's not hitting, if somebody's at 1.8 million, there's still pressure, huh? I don't know. I don't get it. There's a story here, and I'm trying to figure it out. The sum is the average net worth, 560,000. The sum is the average net worth of Americans who actually feel wealthy in 2023, as measured by the same Schwab survey. So, somebody who had 550 on average didn't feel wealthy, but from somebody who was making who was making, what is that? The sum is the average net worth. Oh no, this is net worth. So somebody who had 560 feels wealthy, but somebody who had 550 does not feel wealthy? It's crazy to me. I don't get it because I don't know. I consider things a little bit different, but I always thought it was like being 50. Like, I started out of school, I'm thinking, if I could earn, when I started out working in restaurants, I earned 50,000. And I was like, oh, I'm making real money. This is like adult money. This is like career money. But then as time went by, I think like 7 years passed and there was still pretty much 50,000. And I was like, that ain't cool. That's slowing me down. So then I think they're saying like the average earning rate was what, like 76,000? Where'd that number go? 75,000. Yeah, 75,203 is the average salary. That's average. That's average. In terms of millionaire, the term millionaire may have lost some of its luster, but it remains a benchmark of American wealth. There's no question that 1 million is a magic number. It doesn't mean your life is easy or you're Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, but it does mean that you have a level of wealth that most people can only dream of attaining. All right, this is the fun part right here. I'm tired of this. This is the fun part. This is one I relate to right here. Y'all ain't got to agree or disagree. This is my vibe. Lazy girl jobs. I Googled lazy girl jobs. There's a lot of lazy girl jobs. Have you ever heard that term? Lazy girl jobs? There's lazy girl jobs. I'm looking for one right now. No, not because I'm lazy. But look, check it out. In recent years, there's been a growing number of trends that push back against the grind culture that's been so prevalent in today's workplace. We've seen workers advocating for a work-life balance, prioritizing self-care, and asking for mental health benefits, among other things. With the addition of the latest trend to hit news headlines, lazy girl jobs, as well as the news that 60% of the workforce is quiet quitting. Y'all know what quiet quitting is? Y'all know what quiet quitting is? Quiet quitting is when you check out mentally from a job, but continue to show up every day. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. I don't know if I could do it, but I admire it. I wish sometimes, you know? You ever work at a place that's just so horrible and terrible? Quiet quitting. Quiet quitting. Do you know what quiet quitting is? Quitting. Look, right here. Sorry. Quiet quitting. It's when you mentally check out but continue to show up to work. Yeah. I don't have that in me, but I admire it. I will say that. So anyway, 60% of the workforce is quiet quitting. That's more than half. The perfect timing to review some of the major workplace trends of the past and future, speak to both millennials and Gen Zers about their thoughts on hustle culture and the future of work. All right, I just like where this is going. I don't think I'm going to read this whole thing, but lazy girl jobs, a phrase that was published by Wall Street Journal, the latest slew of viral catchphrases about work. Lazy girl job is a position that pays a living wage but allows the employee a work-life balance. Wanting to have a fair balance between your personal life and your work life is, of course, not lazy at all, but that's part of the point. When compared to more traditional work mentality, having a job that you leave at work can be seen as lazy. Many of the movements we've seen so far this year, like quiet quitting and bare minimum Mondays. Hey man, I appreciate y'all showing up to the stream on Monday, man. I lost my spot. Involve people pushing back on the notion that employees should dedicate all of themselves, all of the time to work. Gen Z in particular has been working hard to eliminate the shame that many people feel for not wanting their lives to revolve around work. Major workplace trends. Quiet quitting. This summer, the person who coined the term quiet quitting went a step further and truly quit his job, noting that disengaging from your personal work isn't a solution to deeper issues, like a toxic workplace or unhealthy company culture. So yeah, that person who was quiet quitting was like, nah, this ain't even enough. I need to really quit. Free money ain't doing it for me. Quiet hiring. Quiet hiring refers to the practice of companies recruiting employees either internally, through referrals or via contract freelance workers. These positions are not posted or advertised. There are pros and cons to accepting a quiet hire position. It can be an opportunity to build your skill set, but it also could lead to more work for the same pay. Overemployment. The amount of people in the workforce who hold multiple jobs, including multiple full-time positions, is on the rise, particularly in tech. Workers have found that they're able to complete all of their job duties to satisfaction and still have time to take care of a second or third job. That is so not me. I would never. I remember one time I was working at this place. I could make everything I needed in 4 days. They was like, we'd like you to work another day. I was like, I make enough money. I didn't become a bartender to have to work full time. And they was like, well, it seems like you don't want to work. I was like, no, I come here and I do the most work, but I don't want to work when I don't have to work. I want to also enjoy things in life. So yeah, they ain't really understand that. And I understand why they didn't understand that. But I do kind of say I'm happy that hopefully all of these things, I like these things. I will say, I do like these things. I don't think that any of this stuff is detrimental to the workforce or detrimental to the industry or anything like that. Like, I really feel like I like these things. Bare minimum Monday. No, I'm not with that. I can't do that. I don't have that in me because I work as if unto God. Like, everything I do, I try to do really good and really hard. Bare minimum Mondays are when employees focus on completing only the essential tasks. Mondays are a day to ease back into work after the weekend off. The idea is that workers can start their work week with a clear, focused mindset. AI proofing, productivity paranoia. As remote and hybrid work has become a new norm, we've seen a big disconnect between managers and their teams. According to one Microsoft study, only 12% of leaders have full confidence their team is productive, while 87% of employees feel they are productive at work. Oh, wow, that's bad communication. That's not going to work. Anyway, so I guess my ultimate point with reading this was to just completely contrast and juxtapose the other article that I just read. Because the other article that I just read was really, especially with all of the other information that I had before that, it was kind of discouraging, man. I was like, yo, man, I don't necessarily, you mean to tell me I'm average if I earn 76? That means I don't want to be average. I want to be better than average. I want to be more, you know? Like, do you feel that way? Does that ever happen to you where you think to yourself, man, mediocrity is not acceptable? Does that ever happen? Is it just me? I don't know. But to hear that 76,000 is average makes me feel like the next position that I get needs to be about 150. And it sucks to say that, but it just has to do a lot with self-image. And I don't want to have to be subject to that. I don't want to be the type of person that compares myself to other people. That's whack. And it's weak. But realistically, though, I do want to provide that for my family. I want to provide that. If I got some children, if I got a wife, I want them to be able to brag on me. I want them to be able to be like, shoot, we fine. You know, it ain't even got nothing to do with preventing some type of future struggle or nothing like that. Cause I know life is going to keep lifing. The world going to keep whirling. You can't avoid struggle. You could either have rich people struggle or you could have poor people struggles. I know that. That's true. They get dark every day and they get light every day. The tide go in every day and it go out every day. But one thing I could say is, if I'm able to do better, I feel like I should want to do better, and I should do better because of that. But yeah, I guess that's like sort of part of some type of internal struggle that we all deal with. I don't know. Yeah, I got a lot of those, man. I got a lot of those. That's why I love his press conferences, because he be saying a lot of the same stuff I be saying, bro. He say it in a different order. But yeah, it's a money thing. And I'm really good at not worrying about it, but I still worry about it. Let's see what we got here. I don't know if I read this already. Emotionally intelligent people use 7 smart tricks to control conversations and get what they want. See if I can run through this without reading it. They write their own goals down ahead of time. I do that. I try to do that. They say no to almost everything. I know y'all. I know people like y'all. I don't do that. They try to be concise. I do that. Ooh, this is the quote. You know the old saying, if I had more time, I would have written a shorter letter. Mark Twain, maybe. They maintain a perception that the focus is on the other person. Ooh, we just talked about that, what, Friday? How to win friends and influence people. Maintain the perception that the focus is on the other person. That's because I don't want you to talk about me, and I don't want to talk about me. Me is not the thing or the issue. The issue is you. They control the white space. I don't know what this means. In conversation, white space usually means silence or pauses. Oh yeah, they control the pace, the rhythm. All right. They don't assume people speak their language. There you go. That's why we go out of our way to communicate effectively with people. That's why we learn words. So we can paint pictures. They structure their points using magic numbers. I do that a lot. All right, have you ever noticed that so many internet articles online contain 3, 7, 9, 10, 12? Yeah, y'all notice my man King of Kings got 3, 7, 12. Some of these are prime numbers, but not all. It's hard to say. Generally, shorter the better. Rule of threes. Okay, cool. I get that. I ain't got to go too far into that. All right. That was a pretty good article. That was helpful. I know I kind of ran through that, but hopefully y'all can see some of the use in some of that. I'm gonna do it real quick, one time, just in case y'all wanna take some time to Ooh, look. But in context, I agree. It's an ambition to always compare and want to improve one's standards and situation. Plus, you know what else, yo? There's the competitive nature that people talk about. And sometimes I feel like if I'm not competitive about something, I might be a bitch. You know what I mean? You ever feel that way? You ever feel that way? I'm being vulnerable right now. I mean, forgive me. You only really notice you're without when you realize someone is with. Right. It'd be shit I don't even be caring about. But it'd be like, I should, because they do. Oh, it's dumb. So, let me go over this again, because this is really good information. This is a list for emotionally intelligent people use 7 smart tricks to control conversations and get what they want. I don't see this as manipulative. I kind of just see it as being assertive. And it's like, if it's something sitting right there and ain't nobody, like if it's his last chicken wing and ain't nobody touching it, I'm going to go grab it. Or you know what? I might be the person that go, yo, I'm about to grab this last chicken wing unless somebody want it. Bam. You see how I said that? I said it in a way where it's still mine. I didn't say, does anyone want this chicken wing? Nah, because then somebody gonna want it. All right, they write their goals down ahead of time. It depends on what it is, but it's actually human nature. Just something that needs to be in balance so that it's healthy. I view it more as I view it more as in have I challenged my own ambition enough? Yeah. Do I want greatness? I want greatness. And I think I can achieve greatness. I believe that I'm capable of it. So, yeah, a lot of it be like, yo, am I selling myself short? Or like, stuff like that. Because, I mean, I think it's definitely normal to be ambitious, but I think it's also normal to be complacent. And it's normal to be ungrateful. And I try to be as grateful as possible. And I do feel like that's the key to life. Like for real, for real. Being grateful, I feel like is the key to life. Because then you're always content. Like if you can balance it, right? But there's the balance part, which is like I do want to be grateful, but I also want to be I don't know if ambitious is the right word, but I want to be thirsty. I want to be driven. You know what I mean? Much of anything is not good. What up, King of Kings? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna go over this. So I'm gonna go over this John one more time, and then I'm gonna get to the quotes, and then we're gonna get ready to get out of here because I'm up against it. I didn't go to sleep last night, y'all. Can y'all tell? Nope. Coffee. Okay. I don't consider this manipulative. I consider it assertive. I consider it intentional. If I'm wrong, y'all can tell me. I don't read the 48 Laws of Power because I consider that manipulative. I mean, I read it, but I don't put into practice what I read in it. All right, now. They write their goals down ahead of time. Oh, yeah. Manifest. They say no to almost everything. I don't do that enough. They try to be concise. Because, man, when you beat around the bush, man, you lose people's attention. They maintain the perception that the focus is on the other person. We explained that the other day. People love to talk about themselves. People love to have everything be about themselves. So by giving them that gift, it goes a long way. They don't like it when they tell you something about themselves and you turn it into something about yourself. Yeah, right. That's why I don't even offer up personal information. One of my policies is, y'all in this show, so it doesn't count here. But one of my policies in life is, I tell my homie King of Kings this all the time. No unsolicited advice. I do not believe in giving you any advice that you have not asked me for. I don't believe in that. That is not my place. That is beyond me. So I have been learning for the last 10 years to watch people be and do inferior things and not butt in unless they ask me to. I think that's a good policy. I do. Okay. They control the white space. In conversations, white space usually means silence or pauses. They control the pauses. They control the pace. They control the silence. What up, Azor? It's not what you do, but how you do it and why you do it. Nah, we all do. Bible said, be as crafty as snakes, but as gentle as doves. 48 Laws of Power is just insight and context to the nature of those who are cunning and those who aren't. Word. Beauty is fleeting and charm is deceitful. Indeed. This right here, this ain't even charm. I love it. This is not charm. This is kind of the opposite of charm. They control the white space. In conversations, white space usually means silence or pauses. Studies have shown that on average, 4 seconds is the magic number. That makes people uncomfortable. And if you could deal with it, then they can. I'm just getting hyped because I'm guessing what he's going to say. Studies have shown 4 seconds is the magic number. It's the point where people start to feel, meaning their emotions guide them, that things are getting awkward. And they should fill the gap. When the silence can work to your advantage, use it. Count to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4. More even. Have a little fun with it. I do this all the time. Oh my God. Especially in a professional capacity. It's the best time to do it. They don't assume that people speak their language. As I just said earlier, communication, lifeblood. You need that. It needs to flow. And I try to be accommodating when it comes to speaking people's languages. Like I try to stay around different types of people, different cultures, different mentalities, so that I can understand and also communicate effectively. I think it is pretty crafty to know and utilize quiet, maybe even charming. You think that's charming? I don't think that's charming. You think that's charming to sit there awkwardly and say nothing so that the person feels uncomfortable enough to just start spewing their insides out? You think that's charming? I don't think that's charming. I'm just saying. It's my opinion. That's a funny emoji. Um let me read it. Let me wait, the white space thing? So wait, do you think this is manipulative, King? You think it's manipulative, King? You think it's wrong? You think it's stuff wrong with this? That's all I want to know. Because if you think it is charming, if you think this is charming, then that's a whole conversation unto itself. But what I really want to know is if you think it's something wrong with any of this, these tactics, so to speak. What up, Lindsay Pop? Happy Monday. It is totally manipulative. Alright. I don't know if I agree with that. My ex-girlfriend used to tell me I was manipulative, and I didn't like it. I was like, no, I just got a way I do things. I'm a creature of habit. I got routines. I was manipulating. I was gaslighting her when I did that. When I said that. No, this is in retrospect. I'm not being happy about it. I'm saying I was gaslighting her. Now, in retrospect, now that I know what gaslighting means, I was wrong. Sorry. Sorry to you. Sorry to her. Anyway, I got two more, I think. They don't assume people speak their language. Ooh, Ish got a big one for me. If we want to go there, then everything is manipulative in some shape, form, or fashion. Yeah, I feel like to use anything is to manipulate it. To use anything is to weaponize it. That's what I feel. In some shape, form, or fashion. Now, what degree are we talking? Because you have to manipulate your day to get done the things you have to do. You have to manipulate your children and teach them manipulation as part of life. Respectfully. Damn. Thanks, E. King Kings. So is it wrong? Am I giving y'all bad advice, yo? Am I trying to convince y'all to do something that's like unnatural and dishonest? Okay. Thank you, King of Kings. I needed that, bro. I really did. Cause I'm like, y'all got me panicking now. I'm like, yeah, I'm just trying to be a good person out here. I know I'm not going to achieve it, but I just want to try. All right. I did that one. They don't assume people speak their languages. They structure their points using magic numbers. All right. I wish they didn't say magic, but yeah, that sounds horrible. But look though, King of Kings, I was saying you did this. So you using magic too, King of Kings. You know what I'm saying? 3712, man. Right. And I can't judge motives. I don't have that. I don't have eyes for motives. I only see actions. So therefore, I can't judge. That's how I kind of feel. I don't know. Listen. I am just presenting a viewpoint and asking for opinions. And I tell you this: everything that y'all say, I take it with me and I consider it. I consider it and I take it. No, not magic. God power. It's funny they ain't put 13 on there or 1. Okay, so magic numbers. Damn, y'all got me messed up now. Excuse me. All right, I need a quote. We need a quote, guys. Y'all guys got any suggestions for somebody to look up? Any suggestions? I did give you the Mark Twain quote that was in the article, but that was just like happenstance quote that just happened to be in the article. I told you I was not prepared. I didn't even have a word of the day until about 2 minutes before this John started. All right, I guess we're going with George Washington Carver again. Hopefully he got something fly for us. All right, give us something for our Monday, George. There is no shortcut to achievement. Life requires thorough preparation. Veneer isn't worth anything. That's strong. That's very strong. You know what? That goes right along with what we was just talking about as far as earning $1 million. I like that. I like that. It's not so beautiful, but it's gosh darn true. Here, let's see. Nothing is more beautiful than the loveliness of the woods, but from shut up. We can do better than that. If you love it enough, anything will talk with you. Fear of something is at the root of hate for others, and hate within will eventually destroy the hater. Dag. I would never allow anyone to give me money. No difference how badly I needed it. I wanted literally to earn my living. Good for you, bud. We have become 99% money mad. The method of living at home modestly and within our income, laying a little by systematically for the proverbial rainy day which is due to come, can almost be listed among the lost arts. And I guess that'll be a wrap. We'll call that relevant. We'll say that I stayed on one subject today, and we'll say that it was all cohesive. Another good episode in the books. Another beautiful time with my lovely friends. I appreciate you guys coming through and talking to me, keeping me awake. I appreciate y'all opinions and y'all wisdom. Share it with me. That's going to change who I am as a person fundamentally. Come back tomorrow better, stronger, improved because of y'all. So if you're not following me, follow the boy. You could check these out. They all get reposted to YouTube, A Fancy Clown. You could check out TRN Podcast on Apple, Spotify, or any of the podcast places. And you can follow the TRN Podcast on Twitter for some daily dopeness from me and the boy Azor. Follow the Discord if you ain't already on the Discord. I got the link on the Twitch page. And y'all have a wonderful Monday. I'm glad to see all of y'all here. Y'all have a wonderful week if I don't see y'all again tomorrow. And I, Lord willing, will be back on this, John, at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Hopefully with something to talk about. And let's leave with a song. I got a song playing in my head that I want to hear. Peace. Peace, King of Kings. Peace, Daily Planet. Peace, Ish Money. Pause, Azor Saga. Peace, Lindsay. Aw, I'm not gonna find it. Oh, when in doubt, go for what you know.
When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy, in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My Holy Father, he knows. When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy, in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My Holy Father, he knows. Yeah, I I got trees, yeah, I got truths, and I got those pills that'll leave you all exposed and some see you all dipping, but for some reason got you feeling all handsome. I smoke whatever to stress my clear. Don't judge me, you ain't never been here. Don't love me or even like me, but if I open up my mind, I just might see that. No, whatever, I don't wanna see that. Talking to me that people dying for Jesus, oh geez, leave that. For me, what mean that? See my family, I gotta go feed that. Don't care if my cousin Pop is a fiend that. Buy this product, get it how you live it, yeah, give me that. Now my cousin offending, grandma supporting, no offense, I ain't worried. When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My holy Father, he knows. When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My holy Father, he knows.
See, I can't say I hate, but I be hearing the things y'all say. Y'all be trying to tell me all types of things, man. Y'all be like,
you just wanna use your talent for your God, but we want you to give glory to the streets. If it stop your evil, then we don't believe you. We need you to feed us what we wanna eat. We need that codeine and that E, that weed and them strippers, them scripts and them perks and that seed, them clips that hold 30, them tips that fight dirty, them fees that get served on the first and 15th. Tell us the what make you so fly. Tell us the my Jesus, I need you, I see you, you see through me to help me to believe you, please. My Savior, prayers on prayers this way. You make no mistake when you slay us, made us. I know that you're gracious. My shield, cause it get real in the field. Keep my family protected, cause bro, I still could get killed. Messiah, you coming back, yes you coming back. The first time you came, you gave, the next time you come, you want it back. Redeemer, freed us and freeing us because we just the evilest creatures. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name.